Military aviation, what I believe to be the biggest drive in aviation, but you're probably wondering why. Well, to prove a point, we're going to be going through some of aviation's most infamous aircraft and how they furthered aviation today. Starting with the classics, we're going to be going with the Sopwith F-1 Camel, an iconic fighter from World War I. Wait, before you go, yes, my voice is a little high, but give my video a chance. If you don't like it, you don't have to watch the next one. Thank you. Now that we got that stuff out of the way, we can get to the good stuff. Armed with two 303 caliber Vickers machine guns and powered by a powerful Kluger 9B engine, this made it quite the formidable beast. Made to battle the German DV-1 Fokker, it was a breakthrough for its time. July 4th, 1917 was the day that shocked the Germans, as the Sopwith F-1 Camel entered service and claimed its first victory. The Sopwith F-1 Camel would continue to be one of the most successful fighters of World War I and was rumored to have downed the most. The Sopwith F-1 Camel, though amazing for its time, harnessed a fatal flaw. All of its weight resigned in the first 7 feet of the aircraft and made it hard and difficult for new pilots to fly. But put in the right hands, it was a highly maneuverable and deadly aircraft. The need for an aircraft that could battle the DV-1 Fokker made the Sopwith Camel and pushed aviation that much further. The B-17 Flying Fortress. A personal favorite of mine was a World War II bomber. Armed with 4 Wright Cyclone radial engines, each with 1,200 horsepower, this shot it to its destination. The proud armament of 13 M2 Browning 50 caliber machine guns with one option on the nose. I could see why they called it the Flying Fortress. With a full range of motion and not defenseless anywhere, this made it a terrifying aircraft for German Bf-109s. And we're not even to the bombs yet. With the ability to hold 6 1,000-pound bombs, 12 500-pound bombs, and 16 300-pound bombs, all demolition bombs, the Germans called this the Hellfighter. And the reliability of this aircraft is what really brought it home. There were several instances of the B-17 losing its wings, one of its wings, of course, 4 engines, and even its tail, and coming home safe. B-17 had new technology all around. Harnessing the power of a brand new device known as the bomb sight, it could accomplish day and night bombings with precise precision. But with this amazing technology came consequences. Crew of the B-17, right before they crashed, would have to waste priceless seconds throwing this out of the aircraft in hopes that the German could never retrieve it. Another reason that this aircraft became so popular is because Allies would only participate in inaccurate night bombings, and there was a need to get the job done. The B-17 did just that. Though the strategy of bombing at night would protect their planes from flak and a lot of deaths, it didn't really get the job done as well as day bombings did. Has your mom ever told you that eating carrots makes your eyesight better? Well, this is actually not true, and here's why. During World War II, the British had made a new flat gun sight that was so accurate at night they needed a reason to tell the British and the Germans why they were doing so good. They came up with carrots. Telling the British public that carrots were the reason they were shooting everything down so good, it became a national phenomenon, and carrots became a very popular food at the time. Back on topic, we're going to sum up this plane. The need for a bomber that could really bring it home during World War II made this spectacular aircraft in 1939 and pushed aviation that much further. Now for our sponsor, me, myself, and I. Since I'm only making $12 a week, me being a child, I make pretty much no money. So please like and subscribe. Thank you. The North American P-51 Mustang. Also one of my favorites was a common duo with the B-17 Flying Fortress. Before its American counterpart, the original P-51 was British and used one Allison V-1710 engine. But this engine significantly underpowered this formidable aircraft. The Americans then came and gave it a Rolls-Royce Merlin Model 66 engine, which powered it up. Along with some changes to the fuselage to make it more aerodynamic, it was ready for battle. With this new engine, it was as powerful as German jet aircraft and could take them head-on. Being a prop plane, that was impressive. Armed with 6 M2 Browning machine guns, all 50 caliber, it was a true Nazi killer. Before World War II, the U.S. Air Force sucked pretty bad. With only 26,000 planes, mostly obsolete, we needed a fighter that could beat the Bf-109. The P-51 was made, which pushed aviation that much further. The reason this aircraft was made is because it needed to be made. Before we get to this next segment, I'd like to tell y'all, if y'all have any thoughts, opinions, or criticisms, please leave them in the comments. I'm a new YouTuber looking for help. Thank you. The B-29 Super Fortress. With the name basically making fun of the B-17, it had all bragging rights. It was a powerful aircraft, better than the B-17 in almost every way. Powered by 4 R-3350 radial cyclone engines, it was very fast. With a top speed of 300 knots, this beat the B-17's 270 knots. It was a very fast aircraft. With an armament of 8 50 caliber machine guns and 120mm cannon, it was impressive, but it's not what it was built for. August 6, 1945, a day that shook the world. 2 atomic bombs were dropped on Nagasaki and Hiroshima, killing over 2 million people. It was a bad day for the world. This showed the world that nuclear bombs were a real threat and opened a whole new era for the aviation community. The SR-71 Blackbird, a very fast aircraft to say the least. Being slung through the air by 2 Pratt & Whitney J58 engines, it could reach top speeds of up to Mach 3, but that's only the recorded speed. Using brand new radar-reducing signature technology, it was very ahead of its time. The amazing defenses of the SR-71 Blackbird were literally just its speed. It was faster than missiles, which is really saying something. Wasn't that one picture just showed you of that missile scary? Yeah, that's crazy. Built to replace the U-2 reconnaissance aircraft, the camera on this thing survived a lot. Besides the camera, that's what it was built to replace. During the Cold War, things were getting heated between Soviet Russia and the Americans, and we needed a way to find information from the Soviet Union. The SR-71 was a lifesaver in that department and pushed aviation that much further. Did you know that Skunk Works, the original maker of the SR-71 Blackbird, has recently announced it's making an SR-72? Also, have you seen tensions rising between America and Russia? I'm seeing a bit of a pattern. If you clicked on this video, you've probably watched Top Gun. If you've watched Top Gun, then you know what planet we're going to be talking about. The F-14 Tomcat was the plane that young Tom Cruise, originally flew. The breakthrough thing about the F-14 Tomcat, as displayed from this video of my model, was its sling wing. My bad. Its wings would sling out. The reason for this swing wing technology? Well, there are 2 reasons. First of all, when the wings would swing out, the wings would create more lift. When the wings would be tucked in, like you can see in some of these pictures, it would be more for speed, known as a delta wing orientation. Stop. The second reason is a lot more practical. On aircraft carriers, there's not a lot of space. You can't make it as big as a real airport. So, the swing wings would save pretty much priceless space. The F-14 Tomcat had powerful F-110 GE400 engines. This gave it the ability to reach top speeds of Mach 2.3. The fastest aircraft, only 20 years earlier, could reach Mach 3. That's pretty insane if you ask me. Plus, it had weapons, so that's big. Speaking of weapons, the F-14 Tomcat had one M61 Vulcan Gatling machine gun. It was a very powerful gun, to say the least. The F-14 Tomcat could carry a variety of air-to-air missiles as well as laser-guided bombs. The cool thing about the F-14 Tomcat as well is that if needed, it could equip reconnaissance pods, therefore becoming a reconnaissance plane. Pretty cool if you ask me. Overall, the F-14 Tomcat's versatility and technology, along with the ability to carry many bombs, laser-guided air-to-air missiles, settled tensions, and made aviation that much better. Now for the F-117 Nighthawk. The F-117 Nighthawk was a strategic night bomber, and day bomber I guess you could say, that was used in the war against Iran and Afghanistan. A cool feature that I forgot to mention about the SR-71 and the Nighthawk is how they slow down on the runway. They're equipped with one each, but two in total, detachable parachutes when they land on the runway, which makes a pretty cool show. You've probably noticed by now, but the F-117 Nighthawk looks like a spaceship. The reason being is because its shape, its paint, what it is made of, and everything about it is designed to make it invisible on radars. Though not considered fragile, it is more delicate to damage than other fighter jets. If its stealth coating was compromised or many other things like this, it could be in big danger since it has no weaponry to fight back other SAMs and things of the such. The F-117 Nighthawk uses two General Electric F-404 turbofan engines. You might remember from the F-14 Tomcat, but as displayed from this model I'm showing you, the F-117 Nighthawk uses a delta wing design. This helps reduce drag and increase speed, something we all like to hear. The F-117 Nighthawk uses the ability to carry a big load and its radar-reducing signature to be able to really bomb stuff pretty good. This pushed aviation that much further. Now for our final aircraft, the F-22 Raptor. Now we have fully climbed the ladder, starting with the slope width F-1 Camel, all the way to the F-22 Raptor. We have come full circle, from the beginning to the end. The F-22 Raptor overshadows any aircraft that I have talked about yet. It has made every single one of their achievements times 2. It is a spectacular aircraft and the pinnacle of modern aviation. You know it's the pinnacle of aviation when you see me standing in front of it. I mean, look at that. Aren't I beautiful? No, that is not me. Get out of here. Okay, that was close. You know it's the pinnacle of aviation when you see me standing in front of it. While not as fast as the F-14 or SR-71, its two F-119 engines launch it over 1,500 miles an hour. I did not want to have to find a picture for every single one of these weapons, so this about sums it up. It can carry one M61A2 20mm cannon, two AIM-9 missiles, a JDAM bomb, and two 1,000-pound bombs. I didn't want to have to find pictures for all of 6 things, so I just did this. The F-22 sadly does have one flaw though. Its stealth technology is very hard to maintain. It guzzles gas, and stealth technology, as I just said, is hard to maintain. Due to that, it will be retiring early, and I think they've already stopped production of this beast. But I'll always remember it as an insane aircraft. The insane stealth technology, as well as the impressive armament of this aircraft, pushed aviation that much further. Who knows what we might have someday? Who knows what the aircraft might be? And who knows what in 10 years I might make a video on. Goodbye. If you're still here, that means that you gave me and my baby voice a chance. That is something I think we can all say hallelujah to. So, before you go thinking this child shouldn't be on YouTube, well, here's this. I could be a green screen kid or making brain rot, but I'm doing this. So, I guess this is a good thing. Bye.